Right, so one of the biggest nights in film, the BAFTAs, tons of buzz, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And this director, Jacques Audiard, wins Best Director, right?
Right.
For Emilia Perez. But get this, the lead actor, Karla Sofia Gascon,
Yeah.
not there.
Interesting.
Doesn't even go to the awards.
Okay.
But Audiard, in his speech, specifically thanks Gascon, even though there's a no-show. And the article we have right here talks about, like, controversy surrounding the film. What is going on?
Well, I think it is fascinating that the director chose to acknowledge the actor so prominently, you know, even though she was absent.
Right.
Because it suggests that there's more to the story than just like a scheduling conflict or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. It's like he knew. It's like he knew that that question would be on everyone's mind, and like he wanted to address it.
Yeah.
He wanted to include her.
Yes.
Even though she wasn't there.
Yeah, and I think that makes the mention of this controversy even more interesting.
Way more interesting.
Yeah.
Like, what is the
the article doesn't really go into specifics, but using a word like that suggests it's significant enough to like point out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, why even mention it otherwise?
Exactly.
And so, and given, you know, that she's not there,
and
that he specifically mentioned her, it's very likely that this controversy is somehow related to either her or to the film in a way that made her uncomfortable attending or unable to attend.
Right. So we don't know exactly what the controversy is, but let's just, you know, like try to game it out.
Yeah.
What are some like possible scenarios that would make sense?
Well, one possibility is, you know, that the film itself tackles some themes or topics that are sensitive or controversial. And maybe it addresses like a current political issue, you know, or it challenges like societal norms in a way that has sparked like debate.
Okay.
And so that could explain why she wasn't there, because it's possible that she felt it was just too risky or too emotionally charged to actually show up.
Right. Like almost too much attention for her at this time.
Exactly.
Right. And we don't know a lot about Gascon herself.
Right.
So could it be something like in her personal life?
Oh, absolutely.
That's causing like a stir?
Yeah, it's definitely possible that there's something related to her personally that's causing, you know, controversy. And maybe in that case, is attending something as high profile as the BAFTAs just felt inappropriate or maybe even unsafe, given the circumstances.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's a total puzzle.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah.
And the article, it's so interesting, mentions this controversy, but it doesn't elaborate at all.
Right.
It says controversy for anyone who wants to like maybe do their own digging.
Yeah.
The BAFTAs, this all took place Sunday, February 17, 2025.
That might be a very important detail because, you know, news cycles, they change so quickly. If people are interested, they can search for things online, you know, around that date.
Right.
And maybe they'll be able to dig up some additional information or opinions that, you know, shed light on what this controversy might be about.
Totally, yeah. This whole thing is really interesting to me, I think, because it shows how, like, award shows, they're not just about like glitz and glamour.
Right.
They're like a reflection almost of like bigger conversations.
Right.
Bigger social, cultural conversations that happen.
Totally, yeah. And it's like, and how people navigate those conversations, you know, like her absence or the director's decision to specifically thank her, despite the controversy, you know.
Right.
Those are very telling choices and actions. And they can tell us a lot about, you know, the dynamics that are at play in these situations.
Totally.
Yeah, it leaves us with a lot to think about, I think, in terms of like the pressures and the complexities that people in the public eye face, especially, you know, when art intersects with, you know, real world issues.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah, very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for diving into this with me.
Yeah, of course.
This was fun.
Yeah, this is really interesting.
All right, we'll catch everyone next time.
Okay, sounds good. SFEIN.